They'd be like, "Oh my God, there's nothing in here," and then an arrow would just hit him in the side of the face.
Well, I would think that 3
Stooges.
4 strong adventurers such as ourselves could carry a chest through the woods without being waylaid. But I feel like if we leave the chest there, they find it empty. They're just going to go, well, let's just go kill her. And
Well, I think she's already dead.
Well, we must not lose hope. So far.
How is this hard for you? Modus, I know your name. Fucking humans.
Sir.
Disregard anything about an elf.
Just call him Syl. There you go.
Okay then.
We don't all look the same, you know.
Debatable.
Not like the Dragonborn. They're all silver or red.
Modus will
That's
begin
incorrect.
walking towards the
In my studies.
windmill.
I will also be walking towards the window with the chest.
Yes. So we're bringing the gold or the silver.
Yes, I believe that when we get there, we will probably be ambushed by them, and I'd rather have it than not have it.
So you think this is a setup?
Absolutely.
We just talked about it.
Well, I'm trying to make sure I understand.
I mean, I'll try to use smaller words.
Oh, I understand big words.
You have to use bigger words or he doesn't.
Gotcha.
He's so dumb, it's come all the way back around.
Well,
All right, on our way to
So
the
we're
window.
just strolling there with the chest full of silver?
Well, this is a bad idea, but like, probably what we're doing.
Before, how far away is this?
It's outside of town, a couple miles.
Okay.
It won't take about 30.
So we can get outside and gather ourselves. And
So, Modus will say, I think that I might cast a spell on the chest to let me know when it is open.
okay.
And then we can leave it out of sight, but not out of
Never
mind.
mind. Jinx.
I could stealth in the windmill and kind of hide in the shadows.
Yes, I think that's not a bad idea either, but to have as many redundant plans built in as possible.
I agree. Do we
Redundant plans, understand.
want all of us to walk up? Because I believe that area is going to be watched, or do you want just one of us to make the drop?
Well, I think just one of us would be best. Whoever is probably dressed in the richest clothes would be most closely related to his honor, the mayor.
You don't think it'd be odd of an elf dropping off a ransom for a human?
Hmm.
Well, you people do think that we're second-class citizens, right? Is that how this world works, right?
Yes, 100%.
I don't know. How do the humans feel about elves?
I'm starting to not like him.
In general, it's there's no sort of animosity
Okay.
with elves.
Well, I mean, I could be like a treasurer, or
Well, I mean, have we left? Because if this one can fit into the mayor's clothing, we may be able to disguise him as the mayor. That's
well,
You walk for 15 minutes.
oh, I'm not sure.
to be honest,
Just right.
I got a bad feeling from the second-hand man there, so he probably is involved with us somehow. So
The second-hand man?
Deputy
Right, but I think
the colluder.
yeah, the colluder. That's a good word.
Modus will kind of just
That's incorrect.
rest against the tree and say, I think that we need to find some of the little fish before we can find the big fish.
Right, but I didn't want the big fish to know what the little fish were going to come up against.
We're talking about the same thing. I know.
James,
I know what Bagoogle means.
why don't you go back and get a set of the mayor's clothes so we can continue this deception, and I will cast a spell upon this chest.
Just you,
Well,
fancy boy.
What I was saying is, if he goes back and gets their clothes, that, you know, if the deputy mayor is working with these people, he's just going to notify them that we have this ruse.
I mean,
in
we're
place.
out here.
I'm also not old like them.
I
Well,
can't, I
we
can't
can
imagine
discuss.
them having some kind of radio technology to communicate.
That word doesn't exist.
He doesn't know that.
No, I'm not saying, you know, that
He's not
it-
really sending a smoke signal saying,
Well,
the mayor's not
if-
the mayor.
he didn't really tell us when the drop was supposed to take place or when they were going to get the money or anything. So they might send a raven or, you know,
Raven could beat us.
That's a different setting.
I mean, the elves use ravens all the time to communicate. All the time.
You use owls.
Owls?
Fine, an owl. Whatever.
They could send an owl.
A fucking pigeon.
Nobody's sending any out.
I'm aware. I know what you're doing.
Modus will put the chest down in front of a tree and then open up his spell book and begin doing a ritual for the alarm spell.
Ah, smart. Doesn't use a spell slot. Past 10 minutes.
Let's hear.
Alarm Amoris.
Or no, 10 minutes. Come
Yeah,
on.
we need 10
Let's
minutes.
go.
Alarm.
Are you summoning Bloody Mary?
Bloody Mary.
So,
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Modus will be casting that spell while he assumes James is going to go get a set of clothing and maybe a large hat that the mayor
I don't know
has.
that that's the correct assumption.
It's an old top hat to walk around in.
James, did you go get that uniform?
I'm already gone.
Unfortunately,
You're talking to no one.
he went and grabbed a siesta, so now he's asleep.
He comes back dressed like the deputy mayor.
Actually,
Boss, what are you doing here?
I just come back.
You don't, what are you
Some
talking, I don't know what
peasants
you're talking
going
about.
It's obviously the boss.
You can't make that conclusion.
in.
I can come to any conclusion I want.
Is he asleep? No. I was making a joke. 'Cause earlier, Gary had
Look, I got-
slumbrero.
Yeah.
Shh.
Otis.
Modus.
Sorry, Gary. No more. Oh no! Oh, that means your picture's so.
Johnny, you dropped again. Oh no, Tom dropped.
But since I don't need to roll it, we're fine.
Do we really want me to go get the mayor's clothes?
Yeah.
Is this really gonna matter?
No, but go get the mayor's clothes.
It's not gonna matter.
Go get the mayor's clothes.
I'm already standing.
I suppose Modus will finish his incantation
I
then.
suppose he does.
During his 10 minutes, I'll just talk to you, I guess. And so, you still haven't really told us anything about you. Where'd you come from, and where do you go?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
He just starts singing into your face.
Perhaps he's a bard.
Right. Done the right pipe?
Do you need me to give you the Heimlich?
You might have to. Hold up.
One moment, please.
Alarm Amoris, Alarm Amoris, Alarm Amoris.
Oh, the Dragonborn doesn't want to talk to me, so I'll just sit here and
Aaron checked myself.
learn my vocabulary.
I think we were just sitting here while Dragonborn almost keeled over.
Okay. Inconceivable. I-N-C-O-N-E.
Come closer.
Closer. Too close.
Alright.
Living dangerously, eating pizza.
Those jalapenos are spicy.
What was the question?
What was the question?
Where did you come from, and where did you go?
You're really setting that up hard, aren't you?
That's what you asked. What I said.
I don't believe you're not familiar with the Dragonborn culture.
Well, my people tend to stay away from you since you're normally you try to push your emperor on us, and we don't like that. We're free people,
Well,
and obviously, I mean, you left their empire, and you're a cleric. You don't seem to be much of a fighter carrying that stick, so it's a little odd.
well, I can definitely hold my own in a fight. I
I'm
mean,
not saying you
I
can't.
don't get grappled from behind.
It's true.
But yes, you are correct. I have left the Empire.
Why?
Personal differences and beliefs.
Okay. What made you pick? What made you pick? To be a cleric?
Oh, the entire Dragonborn society is built around war and conquering, and I am not a fan of death. I would rather heal and prevent death if possible.
That's interesting. Were you taught that from somebody, or?
No, I had to learn that on my own. And you, what brings you out of the forest?
Well, my family. Well, it's kind of hard for me to talk about it, but I'm
All right,
set
you
to
finish
be.
your ritual there.
I'm set to be in line for the throne, and my family thinks I need to be more sophisticated. And so I've been sent out to learn the ways of other people, and maybe one day improve my well-being so I can become leader of my people.
I didn't think your people had a singular leader. I thought it was.
Well, my tree. So it's kind of like
Oh god.
we have different home. we different.
Why did you ask for clarification?
We have different home trees, and all of these home trees send their kings to a court, and the royal court speaks for all the wood elves. There's 13 of them, so there's a tiebreaker.
What if someone abstains from voting?
That doesn't happen. If there's a sustain from vote, we go into. I don't know. It's never happened. I'm sure we'd fight amongst each other until something happens.
Elves always have opinions which they must share. So
Yes. I mean, they will go
It's-
out of their way to force their.
It's different than your government, where one person has a say. Our government, many people have a say, and sometimes it takes us a long time to make decisions. But
That's called an oligarchy.
our decisions are normally well thought out and heavily planned. No toadstool is left unlooked upon.
So now you're on toads.
Little turd.
I don't. The whole home tree thing is kind of throwing me.
Well, maybe one day I could bring you.
finished. You're
I
Yeah,
would enjoy that.
you're
I
done.
plan on trying to see as much of the world as possible.
Well, Tirasil is known for its beauty, and it'd be nice to have one of your kind there. We would like to learn more about your culture. As I said, we've kind of tried to stray away from you, so maybe to know some of what you guys do, we could help our defenses in case your emperor decides to destroy us.
Or perhaps the two of us can bridge the gap and prevent any further conflict between our two.
It's
I'm hearing political marriage.
The only thing is, as I said, it takes my people a long time to make decisions. We live quite long lives. I myself I'm about to be 200 soon, and
You don't look a day over 180.
it takes us sometimes, 5-10 years to make decisions. Which
That's horribly inefficient.
it's inefficient in a good way because our decisions are always the correct ones because we're elves.
But if your decisions are always the correct ones, why do you need 13 people voting?
Because it takes a long time.
I have completed the spell.
It takes a long time for us to come to the right decision.
The chest is now fully imbued with magic. So
And by the way, James has also returned, and he's dressed as a fancy lad.
Oh, Fancy
Yes.
Man!
Of course, he does not have his armor on because he's wearing fancy clothes.
Of course. Why would he?
You look interesting.
Normal. Like an average human dressed in fancy clothes.
thank you, James. All right, so
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
James, the plan is, I believe, would be for you to carry the chest alone to the windmill, and we'll stay out of sight. Drop the chest off there, and if anyone's there, leave.
If they're not there, stick around.
No, you leave. And I'll sneak into the windmill, and from the top, if anybody comes, I'll just shoot them.
Yeah.
What time is it right now?
Time for you to get a watch.
Paralyze him.
Because that's the thing right now.
Time for you to get a sundial.
Are you good enough marksman to not kill him?
It's around.
To not kill them.
Yeah,
The-
don't kill him.
the-
One question him.
One at a time.
Do we don't have a time frame for when this needs to be completed, correct?
Correct.
So do we want to perhaps stay the night out here and let the elf venture in under the cover of darkness, and he can be waiting there all day tomorrow?
Is that something that you would be able to do, Silvar?
I will say that while you are under no time constraint, the mayor didn't say anything. There was nothing on the note, but he did seem very anxious to get his daughter back.
Yeah, I think we should speed up this process and just have him drop the gold, and I'll maybe climb up the backside of the
just run
tower.
a gun, got it.
So, James, I have set a spell known as Alarm on the gold chest.
What
So-
kind of alarm?
Just continue, please.
So, if you need help, just open the chest, and that will activate the alarm, and will come.
What does it sound like?
So let
It's a silent thing inside my own head. You won't need to worry about it at